Damn, there's a fly after me. I want to say greetings. May Mabon's blessings bring you joy and plenty. I wrote a list of things I'm going to talk about in this video because it is that time of year again where you say goodbye to summer. I know, very sad. Nah, I'm just kidding. This channel's all about fall. Fall in October, of course, where all the spooky stuff happens. And I got my sunglasses here because the sun is killer and it's annoying me. I'm back at the pond, going to talk about Mabon, of course. I have a little checklist kind of thing going on, so I'm just going to kind of follow it and talk a little bit about some things. Because Mabon is a great time to find peace, find that balance, because it is, after all, the day that night and day are both the same. Mabon usually falls between the 21st through the 24th-ish on September. It depends, you know, our season, our months kind of change days, so yada yada kind of thing. But on 2020, it was on the 22nd, which was yesterday. I always take, you know, my holidays off. I always have. Even at school or whatever I was doing, work, I've always taken those days off. You know, it's a time where I do my own thing. But the colors, the themes, I should say, are yellow, orange, gold, purples, reds, and browns. They're going to be used on a lot of things, which I'm going to bring up, but I'm going to keep moving forwards. Spell work that you want to be doing on this day would be cleansing, releasing any bad habits, you know, getting rid of anything in your house that does not serve you anymore. You want to find that balance, you know, the peace. You want to get rid of the old so you have room for the new. This would be a great time to do prosperity spells, you know, protection, anything to do with bringing new life into your life. You know, shadow work would be the best time during, you know, the between times. Shadow work, I will have to make a video about because there's definitely a lot to talk about there. But for those who do know what it is, or if you want to know what it is, you know, do a little research. Find out what works best for you. You know, shadow work is not for the light of heart or for beginners. That's all I'm going to put. Foods that you want to be doing, you know, corn, bread, grain, apples, pumpkin, squash, anything that you harvest, because this is all about your harvesting time, you know, yada yada. Which brings me to this cute little quote that I have found that I'm going to read to you. It says, Mabon summers end, a time of balance, merging, and cedar shed, the true harvest where herbs hang and grapes turn to wine, the time where two meet, light of day and dark of night, when the sun of fire and the blanket of night embrace. Which is, I can't sum it up any better than that. Back to the notepad. I know, a lot of flipping, a lot of talking, blah 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 blah, yada yada yada. I've tried to film this video way too many times. Some activities though, this will bring me to. You can celebrate with your friends and your family, you know, get together, eat some food that you harvest in your little garden that you had, or, you know, go buy it from the store, whatever you feel works for you, go for it. But spend some time with some friends and some family. You know, this is all about giving thanks and celebrating what you have in your life. You can do some house cleaning on this day. You can do some decorating on this day, which brings me back to the colors. You know, for Mabon, a lot of practicers have their own little space, their sacred space, like an altar. That's what I'm going to stick with. So your altar, you want to decorate with those colors, yellows, oranges, browns, purples, and golds. And you could put out apples, pine cones, needles, leaves, any corn. They're great for decorating your altar with. You know, bring out the fall, the season, because it is that season. Pumpkin spice is back. Whoop, whoop. I love pumpkin spice. Terrible. The white girl, you could tell. But you can do some baking on this day. You can make a list of what you're grateful for. You know, a little spell that I found that I'm going to be doing on this channel, I think, soon, you know, in the Mabon season, is this little apple spell where you're going to take your apple, you're going to cut out a whole lot of it, write down what you're thankful for, any wishes, anything you want to bring to yourself, and you're going to fold it up, squish it inside your apple in that little tiny hole that you've made, and then you want to put a candle in it, and then light it either at nighttime when the sun goes down, or light it when the sun comes up, which is, you know, your daytime. Those would be the 2 times you'd want to light it, which I'm going to be doing this soon, so you guys can watch that. Blah, blah, blah. But Mabon season, I'm going to be doing all of it. And there's the waterfall. I'm just kind of taking up all the room, I know, but just look at that. I'm thankful for this. It's nice. It's very relaxing. So obviously you want to be giving offerings to your deities, your gods, your goddesses. You want to thank your spirit guides, your angels, or your demons for those left-hand pathers out there. Just be out there giving thanks, offerings, anything to deal with, you know, being grateful. That's all this is about. Being grateful for what you have and making room for what to come. You know. But some crystals that you could be using during this time would be tiger's eye, obsidian, amethyst. You know, there's quite a few other ones you could be using, but those 3 are the main ones that I'd be using, so that's all I'm going to name. Of course, there's plenty of other things. Any way you want to celebrate this day, it is up to you. You know, everybody does their own thing. They have their own path that they work, and they do, and they follow. I am more of an electric witch, I want to say. I mix a lot of left-hand pather stuff and voodoo a lot. I used to post a lot of stuff, like my actual spell work and my work on my channel, but I took a lot of that down, you know, to make room for a brand new me. Which I want to say thank you to all of you guys from the bottom of my heart. I would not be here on my channel, you know, just talking about witchy shit if it wasn't for those few that comment and say, hey, I want to see this, hey, I like that. You know, thank you for being here and talking to me and letting me know what you like seeing. You know, it seems like every day I'm just like surprised that I'm talking to you guys. You know, I've made quite a few friends off this, and one of my very first subscribers, I don't know if she even watches my channel anymore, but you know, I love her, and she was my first fan, and it just blew me away. It blew me right out of the water years ago, and I'm still in contact with her. I follow her on Instagram, and dude, she grew so much. She was just a little kid when I first met her, and I'm just like, oh, you know, I've been doing this actually for 5 years, and I do it for fun, but I think this year I want to do it as a job. I want to go for it. So I'm very thankful for everyone here, and thankful for what to come. I am making room in my life for this channel. I want to be here officially and go for this. This is my dream. It always has been. You know, since way back then when I was young, watching other people do very similar things to me, and I'm just like, wow, I could be doing something like that. I could be just kind of teaching a little bit, doing some fun things, you know, that freedom. I just like making videos. I haven't gone to school for any of this stuff. I just like doing it. You know, I discover a lot of things on my own, and I'm really loving it. And I hope I can do this as a full-time thing and just move forwards with it, make new friends, and get to know new people. Like, this opened up so much. Like, I can't even like put it in words. like. That's all I gotta say. But that doesn't mean like I take this for granted or nothing, or am at all thinking everything's hand and foot kind of shit. You know, I'm gonna work very hard for this, and I hope, you know, you guys can see that I'm working hard, and putting in that time and the effort into this, and I'm hoping that it shows. But thank you, you know, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my channel. Like, we reached 100 subs. I'm gonna tell you a really gross story. When I found out, I was taking a shower. I have a couple of roommates where I live in my apartment, and my girlfriend was over and she was just talking and chilling and shit like that. You know, she lives with me. And she came in and she was like, dude, I'm looking at your channel. You have 100 subs. And I was like, there's no way. There's no freaking way that I reached 100 subs. I like couldn't. It was like an impossible goal for me. And dude, like everything just came. I kind of cried a little bit. I puked in the shower. Yes, I did puke in the shower, and I was just like, oh my god, it was just so much emotion. I couldn't understand like how. So thank you so much. Like, I'm getting chilled even talking about it. But thank you, every one of you. And for those who are new, subscribe. Tell me what you'd like to see, what kind of ritual things you're into. I'm definitely going to be doing some ritual games in the future and some spell work. I'm bringing that back to my channel, and I'm getting ready for the spooky season because that's always my favorite. But thank you, everybody, and I love you all. I hope to see you in the next video.